Great news for Utah. Conley has not played in this series. His hamstring suffered in the first round against Memphis, but he's out there and starting for Quinn Snyder of the Utah Jazz. In what has been a wild series, Utah won the first 2 games, but the Clippers have won the next 3, including a magnificent performance from.
And that was rare the other night. Donovan Mitchell driving or the Jazz taking a 2-point shot. 67% of their shots were from 3.
Terrence Mann connects on a 3. Conley stolen by George. George on the drive, gets inside, muscles his way in, and Conley stolen by George. George on the drive, gets inside, muscles his way in, and
he did that well in the 3rd quarter of the last game.
George has Conley on a big height advantage, although Conley, as Mann gets a 3. Terrence Mann, 2 for 2 from downtown to start.
But I got a new rule. If you're shooting under 20% from the 3-point line and you make a 3 and you give a 3-point sign.
George on a hard drive, gets inside, sidestep, missed. Terrence Mann on the follow. It's been a man explosion here to start, and a timeout called by Utah. O'Neal calling for it. Nice entry pass, but misses the layup, and George comes the other way. O'Neal calling for it. Nice entry pass, but misses the layup, and George comes the other way. Paul George drives and gets it off the glass. A 4-point early Clipper lead. Mitchell, another long 3-pointer. And George able to garner the rebound. Paul George, bad pass. That's going to be a backcourt violation. In Game 5, 35 of their first 45 field goal attempts for 3s. Here's Terrence Mann, the hesitation, and throws it up and in. Terrence Mann, 12 points here in the opening period.
I think they have better balance right now in their offense between the 3 and the 2.
George tried to draw the foul, didn't get the whistle. Batum to George, George to Morris, 3-pointer, got it. One of the great games of his career, certainly a signature game for George. They lifted the capacity restrictions just the other day here in Los Angeles as George hits all 3. We've got 2 excellent young coaches in this series as Paul George steps back, knocks down the 3. Well, they lived and died by the 3 in Game 5. That incredible first half, but a brutal second half. George drives on Ingles, steps back, 2-pointer, got it. You know what comes Clarkson, Tyronn Lue saying one of the guys they can't let go off is Jordan Clarkson. He is capable of exploding. Bad pass that time from Conley. Rondo throws it ahead. Batum. Alley-oop to Mann. Rondo looking. George, 3-pointer.
They couldn't ask for a better matchup.
7 on the 24. George on the drive, stumbled a bit with the dribble, falling away, and Clarkson grabs it. George jumper, that won't go. Long rebound, Beverly dives on it. Reggie Jackson launches a 3. Another miss. Ball tipped and taken by Batum. And George throws it away. The Clippers searching for answers right now as Utah's blown this open to an 18-point lead.
Clarkson was traded to the Cavaliers when Ty was coaching there. The relationship evolved. Jordan says it's Ty who taught him all the routines he needed, how things are different in the playoffs. Ty, of course, may be regretting a little bit of that right now, but
Paul George, O'Neal on him. Shot clock at 3. George, contested jumper. In and out. That one halfway down, rolled out. Paul George looking. On the drive, left-handed layup, missed it. Rebound goes to Mitchell.
You're worse than that. You got to take that shot.
Puts it up, in and out. Rebound George. And that will end the first half. 3-point madness once again for the Utah Jazz. 12 of 19 from downtown. We're going to have to start calling it Donovan Mitchell range. He's hit a lot of long ones. Bad pass and stolen by Gobert, who turns it right back over. And Paul George, an easy bucket. And beat the 76ers in Philadelphia. Conley, a three-pointer. George pass. Another turnover by the Clippers, and Morris. 25 points in just 20 minutes for Mitchell. Bogdanovich trying to draw a foul. Does not.
And he said that just cannot keep happening. He also told me they went over some new defensive wrinkles for when Clarkson and Donovan are on the floor together.
No, it's not. It's really actually very easy. Look at the shot clock, and you see the foul occurred at 20 as Reggie Jackson with a beautiful scoop.
We saw Clarkson heat up. He had 21 points in the second. And Mitchell draws the foul. Paul George picking up his first. Ingles kicks it out. Clarkson tries again. Rebound, Paul George. George finds his way and his ball knocked loose. Dives on it, lost it again. And a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Paul George. George finds his way and his ball knocked loose, dives on it, lost it again, and a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Paul George.
And how long can you withstand? Because right now, Gobert, his size at all is a net negative.
And here in their ninth opportunity, they were down 25, getting blown out here in the third quarter. Conley with Morris on him. Drives, gets inside, layup off the glass, won't go. Gobert tips it. And a new 14 on the shot clock, nearly thrown away. Yes, it is. Beverly has it. Beverly to George. George up and under. Missed the layup.
Second half, we attacked. They helped. T-Man got a lot of corner threes, just like we've been game planning for.
We'll see if you guys can close it out here tonight. Thank you so much, Ty.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Mike.
And another tremendous find from Reggie Jackson. He is making all sorts of plays.
Mitchell the drive, high off the glass, won't go, but a foul. Paul George, a three-pointer. That's good. 21 for George. Clippers by 3. Mitchell gets inside to the rim. Banker won't go. Rebound George. George on the drive against O'Neal. Batum for 3. Got it! George guarded by Clarkson. Rises up. High arcing shot is good. 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists for Paul George. Paul George, 3. Rebound Jackson. Beautiful pass, and man lays it in.
Which initially, and then they hit him.
George goes right at Gobert, missed it, tip won't go, Batum keeps it alive, and a new 14 on the shot clock. Paul George with Mitchell on him. Gobert lurking, step back, two-pointer, it's good. Mitchell calling for the ball, gets away from Beverly, launches a 3. Royal short as George comes up with a rebound. O'Neal fouled, shots good and 1, and the Jazz needed that desperately after falling behind by 10. George the drive, gets inside on Conley. Conley tried to take it away, throws it up and in. Paul George's Mitchell gets up into George. Offensive foul called. Paul George's Mitchell gets up into George. Offensive foul called. George had maybe the greatest game of his career in Game 6. But boy, did they come up against a buzzsaw after Game 2 in this series.